Welcome to the unit Wit and Humor. This unit, the story begins with a scene in which Mrs. Slater is seen laying the table. She calls her daughter Victoria and advises her to change clothes before her aunt and uncle Ben Jordan and Elizabeth Jordan arrive. Victoria asks her mother,
"What are they coming for now?"
"Your father informed them about your grandpa's death through a telegram, so your aunt and uncle may arrive at any time. Change your clothes now." Mr. Henry Slater raises a doubt if the Jordans would come at all.
"Do you think they would really come? Because I remember when you both had a fight, your sister said she would never step into our house again."
"Of course, dear, but I'm sure she would definitely come at least to have her share in our father's property. We have to do some important things before Jordans come."
"What should we do, Amelia?"
"First you take these new slippers of my father, as your old slippers are almost worn out. And let us bring that beautiful bureau down and place our old bureau in my father's room."
"But what if your sister recognizes that we have taken these things?"
"Don't worry, dear. She has never seen this bureau before in father's room." Henry's daughter, who listens to this idea, asks her father,
"Father, do you mean we are going to steal Grandpa's bureau?"
"No, my dear Victoria. Actually, your grandpa has gifted it to your mother before he died. So don't think we are stealing it. And don't say this to anybody."
Mr. Henry thinks,
Victoria is good enough to understand the things clearly. Better to be careful while discussing anything in front of her.
Meanwhile, Amelia brings down her father's old beautiful clock down and places on the mantelpiece. Now, Mr. Ben Jordan and Mrs. Elizabeth Jordan enter the scene.
"Well, Amelia, he has gone at last."
"Yes, sister. Father was doing well this morning. He had breakfast and went out for some time, maybe to pay his insurance. I have seen him snug in bed and take rest after his return. In the evening, when I took dinner to him, he was still on the bed. When I tried to wake him up, he did not respond and was quite cold."
Amelia, don't worry. Control yourself. In fact, we all have got to die sometime or other. He really did a great thing by paying his insurance premium."
"But, Mother, I don't think Grandpa went to pay his insurance this morning. Actually, he met Mr. Tattersall down the street and they went off past St. Philip's Church."
Listening to Victoria's words, the annoyed Ben Jordan says,
"The drunken old beggar."
"I'm sure that old man intentionally not paid the insurance amount."
"Even I think so. I have done a great service to the old man when he was at our house for 3 years. He did not show even that gratitude." And they all have tea for some time. Then Mr. Slater says,
"I think now we better make a list of all the valuables of the old man and decide who takes what."
"That is indeed a good idea. But before that I want to add one thing. Father has gifted his golden watch to our Jimmy when he was at our house. He was really fond of Jimmy."
"Then first, let us see what are the things the old men possess. Victoria, why don't you go upstairs and bring the bureau keys from your grandpa's room?" Victoria looks nervous.
"Me? Grandpa's room? I don't like to go upstairs now.
Don't be so silly, Victoria. There is no one upstairs to hurt you. Victoria goes upstairs and immediately comes running down shouting,
Grandpa is getting up! Grandpa is getting up!
Everyone in the hall looks shocked to hear her shouts. Suddenly, the door opens and the old Abel Merriweather comes out in his faded gay dressing gown. His bright, malicious eyes are twinkling under his heavy reddish-grey eyebrows.